And if I kill you, they will come and seek revenge.
They will, for sure.
And I will kill them too. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Whispers of a Taken 4 are swirling, but whether it happens remains a mystery. We even had a Taken TV show back in 2017, but let's just say it wasn't quite the same kind of thrill ride. So, let's take a deep dive into the world of Taken. Liam Neeson was known for playing wise characters before the movie Taken. In Taken, he played a retired spy who fights to save his daughter. The movie was a big hit because it was exciting and Liam Neeson was great in the role. Even though there have been talks about making a Taken 4 movie, it doesn't seem likely. The first Taken movie was a hit, so they made a second one. This time, the bad guys took Liam Neeson's character instead of his daughter. But don't worry, he gets back in the fight to save himself and his family. Liam Neeson said the second movie would be the last one, but he changed his mind and came back for a third. In this one, someone tries to trick everyone into thinking he did something bad. He has to fight to prove his innocence. Even though people loved all the Taken movies, there hasn't been a fourth one yet. Taken 3 came out in 2014. There have been rumors about Part 4 for years, but nobody can agree for sure if it's happening. Even though Taken 3 made a lot of money, Liam Neeson said in 2016 that there wouldn't be another movie. Some websites say it's still being made, but there's no real proof. So basically, there's no guarantee Taken 4 will ever be made. Do you know that there's no official word on a Taken 4? However, the series is flexible enough for anything. The last movie showed Brian maybe changing for the better by listening to his daughter. While that was a good ending for him, it doesn't mean the story has to stop. A new movie could bring a whole new problem for Brian to solve, not necessarily another kidnapping. Or it could go back to the original idea of someone close to Brian being kidnapped. There have also been talks of making a Taken 4 without Liam Neeson as the lead. For the unversed, in 2017, a TV show based on the Taken movies came out. It starred Clive Standen as a younger Brian Mills, explaining how he became the character we see in the movies. Even though both were modern-day stories, this show focused on Mills getting revenge for his sister's death and his time working for the CIA. Did you know that the show really started off well? Sadly, ratings went down over the first season. A new showrunner for season 2 tried to fix things by getting rid of most of the actors, except for Clive Standen and Jennifer Beals. Even with a fresh start, the ratings kept going down and the show was cancelled after 2 seasons. This cancellation showed that even though there might be a Taken 4 movie, fans weren't interested in this story unless Liam Neeson was in it. In a nutshell, there's a series of action movies called Taken. The first one came out in 2008, the movies are in English, but they're French made. Liam Neeson is the main actor in all 3 movies. He plays a guy named Brian Mills. The first movie got so-so reviews from critics, but audiences really liked it and it made a lot of money. In total, all the movies made almost $1 billion worldwide. The critics weren't as fond of the sequels. There's also a TV show based on the movies. It has a similar story but with different actors. In Taken Part 1, movie released in 2008, the plot revolves around Brian, who used to be a soldier and a spy. He doesn't see his teenage daughter much because she lives with her mom and stepfather. Brian saves a famous singer from a crazy attacker. The singer wants to help Brian's daughter with her singing. Brian's daughter asks him to go to Paris with her friend. At first he says no, but then says yes. When they get to Paris, his daughter lies to him about where they are going. She gets kidnapped by bad guys who want to sell her. Brian flies to Paris and tries to find his daughter. He follows clues and uses his old spy skills to fight the bad guys. He eventually finds his daughter and kills the bad guys who took her. In Taken 2, released in 2012, a mafia boss named Murad is angry because his son Marco was killed. He travels to Paris to find the person who did it, but has no luck. He figures out it was Brian, an ex-agent who's now on vacation in Istanbul with his ex-wife and daughter. Brian is almost kidnapped with his family, but he manages to send his daughter Kim into hiding. He gets captured and tied up, but uses a hidden phone to contact Kim. Kim helps him escape and get weapons by causing a distraction with grenades. They find Brian's ex-wife Lenore, who was also kidnapped. They chase after the kidnappers and manage to rescue Kim, but Lenore gets taken again. Brian eventually finds the bad guys' hideout, frees Lenore, and kills everyone except the boss, Murad. Brian offers Murad a chance to live if he promises to stop trying to kill him. Murad pretends to agree, but then tries to shoot Brian anyway. Brian, however, is smarter and kills Murad instead. In the end, Brian and his family are back home, seemingly safe and sound. In Taken 3, released in 2014, Brian, a retired spy, visits his daughter Kim. They don't get along well. He tries to ask his ex-wife Lenore out, but she's having problems with her husband Stuart. Later, Lenore shows up at Brian's place and talks about her marriage. Stuart gets angry and warns Brian to stay away. Secretly, Stuart tricks Lenore into meeting someone by pretending it's Brian. The next day, Lenore is missing. The police think Brian killed her and chase him. Brian escapes and tries to figure out what happened. He finds a video of Lenore being kidnapped with men with special tattoos. He also talks to Kim secretly and tells her to be careful. Brian gets chased by the police again, but he fights back and escapes. He learns that Lenore was killed because her husband Stuart owed money to a dangerous guy. Brian finds Stuart and forces him to tell the truth. Stuart admits he set Brian up because he was jealous and wanted money from an insurance policy. Brian goes after the bad guy who killed Lenore. They fight, and the bad guy tells Brian that Stuart planned everything. In the meantime, Stuart kidnaps Kim. Brian chases him to the airport and stops his escape plan. The police arrest Stuart, and Brian is finally free. In the end, Kim tells Brian she might name her baby after her mom. Want to know what Neeson did to promote the movie Taken 3 in the US? Well, the one and only Liam Neeson appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel talk show in a short film called Taken 4, Apocalypse. It aired on January 15, 2015. In the funny skit, Neeson's character, Brian Mills, helps his friend Guillermo find his kidnapped dog, Paco. Apparently, Jimmy Kimmel took the dog. In 2017, Liam Neeson played Brian Mills again in a web series called The Most Popular Girls in School. This time, Mills is in France looking for his daughter Kim. She got kidnapped by a group of French models while she was there modeling for the US. Back in 2021, Liam Neeson shared that he doesn't want to be in any more Taken movies. He said in an interview that he's getting too old for action films. He's almost 70 years old. He will be in a few more action movies he mentioned a couple of years back, but that will probably be it. Liam Neeson back then spoke about two of his upcoming movies. One was a winter thriller called The Ice Road, the other was called Memory, and he played a hitman in that one. Liam Neeson is a respected actor who won an Oscar for his serious role in Schindler's List. Lately, he's been in a lot of action movies where he fights off bad guys. This includes the Taken movies, but he's also been in Star Wars and Batman Begins. Liam Neeson says he enjoyed making action movies some years ago. He told ET, "I love doing them. I love beating up guys half my age." And with Taken 4 movie rumors and reports emerging every now and then, it looks like his fans also love watching him too. Hopefully, his retirement from action films won't last forever, just like many other actors who did in fact come back. In 2022 as well, there were reports about making a Taken 4 movie. This would continue the action hero roles Liam Neeson has played since the first Taken movie. After Taken, Neeson became known for these kind of roles. He starred in movies like The Commuter, Run All Night, and many others where he used special skills. Hopefully, Taken 4 will bring him back as Brian Mills. This could be the end of his action hero phase, but it would be a cool way to finish things off. Liam Neeson is going to be funny in the upcoming The Naked Gun reboot. He's starring in a new movie based on a silly detective comedy. This is a big change from his usual action hero roles. If you liked watching our video, click on like and subscribe to our channel. We'll catch you in the next one.